Guys, let's simplify this rational expression here. We have 3 times a power negative 5 times b power 0 divided by 2 times a power negative 2 times b power 3, all raised to the power negative 2. Okay? So we have 2 ways of working on this problem here. One is what? Going inside and work on the fraction here, okay? Then remove the parentheses by applying the negative 2 as a power. Or we remove the parentheses first by applying the power negative 2 and then divide the expressions top and the bottom, and then we're going to finish after that, okay? So, but in this case, what are we going to do? We're going to go with removing the parentheses first and then applying the power, the fraction after. So let's go for it. So we have, okay, so and also here very quickly, 3 power 1, right? And then 2 power 1. So any number or variable as a base that does not have a power always have an invisible one as a power, always, okay? Keep that in mind. So let's go for it. So now what is going to happen here? So from inside the parentheses, we multiply the powers with what we have outside. That means we're going to have 3. 1 times negative 2 is going to give us what? It's going to give us negative 2. A, negative 5 times negative 2 is going to give us what? Positive 10. B, 0 times negative 2, of course, is going to give us 0. Over, then we have 2. 1 times negative 2, which is negative 2. A, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. B, 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. All right? So this is what we have when it comes to removing the parentheses, okay? So then we're going to work on the top expression and the bottom expression. Are you with me? Okay? So how do we do that? Now, we got to work with like terms. 2 and 3 are not like terms. But what do we see there? What we see there is both of them carry negative powers. But in our final answer, we shouldn't have negative powers. We have to have positive powers. Keep that in mind all the time. So that means 3 power negative 2 can then be moved down, becomes 3 power positive 2. And then 2 power negative 2 can be moved up and then becomes 2 to the second power. We can do that. Okay? So once we do that, that's good for now on that. And then we have like terms here, a power 10, a power 4. How do we go about that? Now this is simple. The smallest one is 4, the larger one is 10. So what can we do? We just move it up, so we end up with a 10 minus 4. Okay? How about b0 and b negative 6? Now, between 0 and negative 6, 0, which is a neutral number, is actually still higher than negative 6, okay, in our sense here. However, we can also consider the fact that b power 0 is what? B to the power 0 is equal to 1. Anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So we can also deal with that, okay? But in this case, let's not, exploit that. Let's go with b0 plus 6. All right? So the negative 6 goes up, becomes a positive 6. We good? And then once we take this now up here, so what do we have? 2 to the second power is what? It's 4. It's 2 by 2. Over 3 to the second power is what? 9. And then we have a 10 minus 6 minus 4, which is positive 6. And then b 0 plus 6, which is 6. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we are finished because there's nothing else that we can simplify. At this point, you have a6, b6, 4 over 9, and there's nothing else to do. You can see how this problem is taken care of step by step, okay? So that's what, we have to do. And like I said, we do not need to apply this one here. We do not need to, okay? But somebody else can choose to do that, which is b to the power 0, which is what? Which is 1. And then it's 1 times anything stays the same thing. But the b power negative 60 has to go up, becomes b power positive 6. So that will give us the same answer no matter what, you go with, okay?